Hello, everyone. This week I'm doing a piece called This or That. And today we're covering desserts. So, for example, cake. Cake is Charles Dickens. Because Charles Dickens and cake kind of never quite live up to the hype. Like everyone's like, ooh, cake, it's so great. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. And then you dive into it and it's just never quite as good. Next is pie. Pie is Jane Austen, because it kind of looks like terrible and weird, like you don't want to go there from the outside, but once you start eating it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. I want to eat all the pie in the world, and it's kind of ends up being kind of perfect. Hot fudge sundae is A.A. Milne, because it's sweet and nostalgic. You kind of can't go wrong with a hot fudge sundae. Like everyone, kids and adults, they're all going to be happy with a hot fudge sundae. So a milkshake is Stan Lee, because everyone's like, oh, a milkshake, it barely even counts as a dessert, but we all know the truth. It totally counts as a dessert. Also, it brings all the boys to the yard. Cheesecake is Harper Lee, because it's perfect, but you can really only have one. Strawberry shortcake is Toni Morrison, because you hardly ever see them on the menu, but when they are and you order it, you're like, these are amazing. How come every restaurant isn't serving them all the time? And also people are like, ooh, strawberry shortcake, I love that, but then they order something else. Tiramisu is William Gibson, because it's all these weird layers that don't seem like they should work, like coffee and a dessert, but they totally work, and it sort of creates this whole new taste sensation. Pudding is John Grisham, because it's kind of pre-made and packaged, but still pretty okay. Jell-O is Dan Brown, because it's pre-made and packaged and just terrible. It's just terrible. Baklava is Neil Gaiman. It's a great mix of sweet and savory. It's pretty light, but you feel really smart for ordering it. Like, it's got nuts and honey. I am totally the most cultured person here for ordering this. Pumpkin pie is Mark Twain. It's American, it's weird, but it's sweet and delicious, like a squash at a dessert. That's as crazy as a heartwarming comedy about slavery. Brownies are Agatha Christie, because you can eat like a whole tray of brownies and they still taste just as good as when you first started eating them. And flan is Kurt Vonnegut, because everyone thinks you're super weird for ordering it, but you know. So I'm sure there's a lot more desserts and authors that could be matched up. So if you have any ideas, post them below because I'd love to hear about them. All right, see you next week.